been waiting a year, nearly, is it a year?
Almost a year.
Almost a year to actually go somewhere on the boat, and we're finally allowed to get out of Weymouth and go somewhere. But typically, there's no wind, or there's very little wind, and I'm very reluctant to motor, although I really want to get to Poole. So I'm having a bit of a dilemma this morning about what we should do. I'm Kenneth, this is Craig, and our kids SJ and Jeff. Join us as we sail around the UK and learn along the way, hopefully one day casting off the lines for good. So yeah, we really want to go to Poole, but also I don't fancy just motoring there just for the sake of getting there, if that makes sense. I really want to sail. So we are sailing. We've only got about 10-15 knots of wind at best. So we've got full sail up, no reefs in today. And we're probably doing around 4 knots at the minute. My speed log is still not working. And we was in a bit of a rush this morning, trying to get the 10 o'clock bridge lift. So I literally had to park the car.
With 2 minutes to spare.
Yeah, with 2 minutes to spare. I had to run to the boat. And we were still trying to sort the boat out as we was going through the bridge pretty much. So we can do it quick now, can't we? 5 minutes I think we can get from getting on the boat to getting out. But needless to say, it was a bit of a rush. But yeah, it's freezing. It's about 5 or 6 degrees. I think Craig will test him out to the coldness.
I'm always cold.
There's only us and one other boat out at the minute, so maybe it's still too early in the season for everybody, but being stuck in the house for a year, I think we just need us to get out. So hopefully we'll get to Poole, but we'll see.
We have been at sea for 10 days and we have resorted to watching clouds pass by, trying to find basic shapes in them. This cloud has no shapes. Oh. All is lost. We are stranded in the middle of the Weymouth Bay. With no wind. No one to be found in sight. There's Captain Kenny. Looks like he's on an Atlantic excursion.
It's freezing.
In the Arctic. How long is it going to take to get there, Kenny?
I don't know. Days, weeks, a month.
We're out of food. The kids are wasting away. The sun, although looks hot, really is not.
I've got thermals on. I've got jeans on. I've got 3 t-shirts, a jumper, and my jacket and gloves, and I'm still freezing.
Is rocking helping you keep warm?
Yeah. Oh god, it's so cold.
So, and Summer, who usually is absolutely freezing all the time, is, I mean, basically sunbathing with a hood up. You right there, Summer?
Yeah.
Warm?
Yeah.
Jeff? Look positively winterish. Warm? It's not warm, you're lying. Weirdos. We've been on the boat for 2 hours. We've not gone very far. I can still see Weymouth. We should technically be halfway to Poole by now. You promised us 5 hours.
I know. It's 5 hours has turned it into 10.
No, it's not. We're going to turn around and go home. Oh, I'm cold.
Yeah, it's freezing. I don't think we're going to get to Poole, to be honest. We're going to be freezing.
Well, we'll go back to Weymouth.
I don't know.
Do you think we'll go back to Weymouth then?
I don't know, it's freezing. Imagine it being cold in the middle of the night. We'd be like homeless people.
I suppose if we're in Weymouth, at least we can go back home in the car if we get really cold and start losing limbs.
What, drive home?
Yeah.
I need electric to put the heater on.
Yeah, we could do that. Or we could drive home. It's really cold. It's going to be -1 tonight. Oh, you brought us on a boat in the middle of winter.
It's spring.
It's not. Those people who sort the clocks out have lied to us. They don't know what they're talking about. Blast you, clock changers! Oops. Can you hold the boat still? Trying to. What?
Trying.
I'm trying to pour you a tea.
Okay.
Stop rocking it around. Ah!
Thanks for giving the video a like, and it'd be great if you could subscribe and share the video. Also, don't forget to tell us what you want to see more of or less of in the comments below. We always love reading them, and we always try and respond as soon as possible. So I'm just having a cup of tea, and on reflection, as we got just outside Lulworth Cove, we've decided to head back towards Weymouth because it's very cold. Yeah, we didn't have much wind with us, to be honest, so I was beaten to the wind. So it's a lot colder on that tack, I think. And it would have taken us 6 hours to get to Poole. So we decided
6 more hours.
6 more hours to get to Poole. Because we're only doing like 2.5, 3 knots, and I didn't fancy just putting the engine on just to try and get somewhere. And then there's not meant to be much wind tomorrow either, so I'd probably end up motoring back. But it's just nice to be out sailing, I guess. We was thinking about going into Lulworth Cove, but nobody's going to be swimming today, so we didn't fancy sitting on the boat shivering. So we decided to start sailing back downwind now, which means the wind's going to be with us and it's going to start warming up hopefully as soon as that sun comes out from that cloud anyway.
Well, I think there's more clouds forming today than you can look over there.
Yeah, so it's only going to get colder.
Yep.
And it's meant to be like -2 or 3 tonight or something anyway, so
it's -2 or 3 now.
So I'm just going to have a tea, try and warm up a bit, and we're just going to sail back.
So, when we're on the boat, I quite like keeping up morale when I'm not almost throwing up over the side of the boat, and coming up with games. And today we have devised a quite an effective game at keeping the kids occupied. It hasn't got a name yet, but basically it's a bit like I Spy, but you use the phonetic alphabet to spell out words, and we always do this first to 5. And today we are going nautical themed. Who's going to go first?
Me.
You? Someone's going to go first. And so the first word I'm going to say is, this is how we play. What can we... okay, the first word is Oscar, uniform, tango, Bravo, Oscar, Alpha, Romeo, Delta.
What?
What is that word? You've got 5 seconds.
I didn't hear.
Dee-dee, dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. Boom. Anyone? Anyone want to guess?
No.
What word have I just spelled? Kenneth?
Out something. I was busy filming.
It was outboard.
Outboard.
Outboard. I didn't actually mean to give you the answer. But yes, it was outboard. So that's a little game that you at home could play with your kids on the boat. There's another game that we play.
Is this the animal one?
This is the animal one. But you have to do it within 3 seconds of each other. So you have to... Everyone's played this in the world. Everyone's played this in the world. So we start with A, and you go around and you pick an animal or a fruit and veg or whatever. Oh, we do play another game though. We play I'm Thinking of Her.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, so this is what I do. This is why I'm here. I've got no other uses in life. You know, just coming up with games. So the first word is aardvark. You're out.
Bear.
B.
Cat.
Dog.
Elephant.
Fox.
And so on and so forth. Until you get to Q and no one knows anything. I'll give you a tip though. Quokka. It's a natural animal. It's very
Quacker.
cute. No, not a quacker.
A quacker.
A quokka.
A quacker is a duck.
But yeah. So
We went to Portland. The sole purpose of getting some fuel. Wind's died. Got 0 wind. It's a bit warmer now. Now they've got no wind as well, I suppose. So now we're just gonna go and going to Weymouth, and we're gonna go and get a cider and sit outside for the first time in a year as well. I think. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can't wait for that. A bit disappointed we didn't go to pool, but I think it's just a bit too cold, isn't it?
it's a lot too cold.
Yeah. We need a
I
enclosure.
know we're allowed on the boat, but doesn't mean we need to travel far.
No. It's very true. Well, we've sailed most of the day anyway. We haven't used the engine, so
We're using the engine now.
we're using it now to get back in. Yeah. But no, what I mean is, if we was going to go to pool, then we'd have to motor all the way there anyway. I think because we'd be beaten into the wind. I think it was going to take us 6 hours or something to get there, so we didn't bother. So we just sailed where we could with the wind. So hopefully we'll moor up and we'll get a cider soon.
Cider.
Taste it now. Well, this is the day we was meant to be sailing back from pool, but obviously, as you know, we're not sailing back from pool. So we are going to try and probably sail to a bay. It's a bit warmer today, or at least it feels a bit warmer at the minute. Craig's not looking impressed. No, it is warmer today.
I just put my salopettes on, I'm so cold.
I haven't even got my jacket on today. I think it's a bit warmer. So yeah, we're going to see if we can sail to a bay. We've got next to no wind again, so I'm just reluctant to motor everywhere. But we'll see how far we can get with sailing, I think.
The water's a bit busy today, isn't it?
Yeah, there's loads of boats out at the minute. I think they're all going to do the race to Lulworth, which is the usual thing. But we're going to try and go to Mute Bay, I think. Might be a bit quieter in there, but we'll see. We're only doing like 3 knots.
Might take a while.
Might take a while. We'll see. Might be a bit more wind out there.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Good morning. Here we are again on the boat. Kenneth's at the helm. Kids are arguing. It's cold. It's actually not that bad today, but don't tell Kenny. It's very cold. It's bloody freezing!
It's not cold.
It is cold. We are on our way to Lulworth. Well, no, where we're going?
Mute Bay, I think.
Mute Bay.
Well, we can go to Lulworth, but if it's busy, we'll go to Mute Bay.
Hopefully the kids will turn mute when we get there. Shh. We're going to do a bit of swimming. Going to look for some sharks. What's we're going to do there?
Don't know.
No?
Paddleboard.
Nah.
Oh, you don't think your wetsuit's in the paddleboard bag?
No, I've checked. So last time we came out of the boat, last year, I left my wetsuit on the side of the boat hanging to dry, and I think someone's pinched it because I can't find it, and I really liked that wetsuit. So now I don't want to go paddleboarding, so all I've got is my kecks. And I don't want to get them wet. So yeah, beautiful day.
So we just arrived in Lulworth. I'm warming myself up in the sun because it's freezing.
Seems to be the theme of the weekend.
It's cold.
Cold.
Yeah. I don't think we're going swimming because it is absolutely Baltic. It's nice and quiet in here today though.
Well, considering you're sunbathing in a coat.
And I've only just took my gloves off. Yeah. We did have some decent wind out there in the end though. We did get like about 14, 15 knots, but we did have the engine on past Durdo's door just because wind wasn't in quite the right direction and we just wanted to get here in the end. But we'll sail back because it'll be in the right direction for going back. But it's very cold, beating up wind. Very cold. So we've just left Lulworth Cove. We stayed in there for about half an hour or something, just having some lunch. Had our wonderful tinned tuna.
It was delicious.
Lunch of kings. And now we're just sailing downwind back towards Weymouth. It's much nicer sailing downwind. It's a lot warmer because we haven't got the wind blowing over the boat. So yeah, because your apparent wind obviously across the boat is a lot less, so it's nice now. I like this. Nice and calm, flat. The boat's doing about 4.5 knots. Not particularly that fast, but it'll get us there. Yeah, if it was a bit warmer, it'd be nice, but took my gloves off now, so I'm not laid up as much as an onion. We didn't go swimming though, it's too cold.
We get some very shrunken appendages, won't we?
Yeah. So yeah, we're just going to sail back to Weymouth now. That's what we're doing now, isn't it?
Weymouth! Go to Weymouth. We'll get some fish and chips, aren't we, Doc?
Yeah, we are going to get some fish and chips later, I think. Can't bother to cook, so we'll have more fish. Not from a tin, hopefully.
Fishy, fishy. Shh. She's always interrupting.
It's people doing radio checks. I don't know why they do it. Coast Guard have got better things to do, I think. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. It really helps the channel out and means we can keep creating content for you to watch. Until next time.